You're saying I can't stay open. So I got to figure out how in the world am I going to do this? The government is sending some assistance here and there, but you got to learn when you're in business how you got to pivot and adjust. And there are a lot of things that you can't control. One big thing that and I'm a father of 4 sons. I got 4 sons. One graduated from college. He played football at Vanderbilt. I got another son. He's just graduated. He has a service academy scholarship. And I have a 10th grader, I'm sorry, and a 10-year-old. And one thing I always just preach to them, saying I tell you guys, control your controllables. If it's something that you do not have control of, you can't stress over it. Be aware of it, but don't stress over it because you can't do anything about it. So you have to be able to learn how to pivot and adjust. And the main way I learned that was in the military, okay? Because things are constantly changing, and when you start thinking it's not an issue if something happens, it's when something happens. You're moving in a path that you'll always try to have your plan B or C just in case something happens, okay? That doesn't mean you're going to quit or going to stop, but you try to be as prepared as possible. And I hope that answers your question. I'm not for sure, but I apologize if it isn't. Please let me know. The next one is, how competitive would you say your market is? In other words, are competitors a word for you? Good question. I'm going to be honest with you in this where, I want you guys to kind of look up this, you look at your niches, Niches, niches. Niches bring riches. And what I mean by niches is you have your target market, right? When you start looking at competition and things like that, I say focus less on competition, focus more on who you're trying to get to buy your product. When you see people a lot of times, especially, I'm pretty sure you guys see, because you guys, y'all got it going on with your Facebook and Instagram. You want to sell this, you want to do that, put it out and post it. A lot of times, the real world, you can't really do that. And I'm not knocking anything, but to just say, okay, I want to start selling certain things. And what I mean by the real world is when you're selling things and you know that mom and dad or somebody is going to still feed and clothe me and house me, I don't have those worries over my head. So if I sell something, I make some money, but I don't have to sell enough where I got to pay for me to eat or take care of somebody else. What you guys have to learn from a competition standpoint is focus on more of the people that want your product. And as far as my business, as far as taxes, everybody in the United States with a job should get their taxes, need to get their taxes filed. So let's say even if half of the people are doing the taxes themselves, you'll still never have enough preparers, okay? Even when you try to get in business, guys, don't ever worry too much about competition. Focus more on who wants to buy from you. Don't worry so much about another person doing it. At the end of the day, if they're doing it, a tax office there, or if a landscaping business there, if a guy, he's doing certain kind of remodeling, or if another barbershop, don't worry about that. It doesn't matter how many is around. It matters who are you trying to get in your doors, who are you trying to get, and how you're going to get them to come to you. I think if your thought process focuses on that more, because you just open it up and say, I want customers. You need to know how your customer looks. Are they, black, white, Hispanic? Are they, higher end, lower end? Are they located on this side of town, that side of town? Do they listen to this music or don't that music? And it seems crazy that you got to go that much into it. But then from that point, once you've drawn out, okay, this is how my customer looks, my perfect customer. You got that person in front of you. You're going to market towards that particular person. That makes sense. The worst thing you can do is say I'm open and think people are going to buy from you. It doesn't work like that, okay? Because everybody got so many interests. And, so if you can kind of just draw that person out. And again, I don't want you to be so specific, you're not narrowing down. But if it's, hey, somebody 13 to 18 years old, they're a new college freshman and they like buying these particular shoes or outfits or whatever, and you got them pinpointed, that's who you sell to, right? And don't think you're limiting yourself with doing that. You want to sell to everybody, but everybody doesn't want to buy it. So focus less on competition. Focus more on who is your ideal customer, what they look like, how do they think, where are they located, and that'll be a whole lot easier for you in business, okay? Where we at right here. Do you have any book you like? I have a lot of books I like. I have a very huge library here at my house. I'm at my home office right now. I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm not necessarily trying to get in politics or anything like that. Personally, I'm not necessarily a huge Donald Trump fan, but a book that Donald Trump read, and I would recommend this to anybody, over 30 years ago, The Art of the Deal. And that book is, I think anyone that's looking to get in business or working in the business world need to read that book. Donald Trump, The Art of the Deal. Take how you feel about him personally out of the equation. But that book is, I think, an essential to anybody looking to get into business. And what that book is, it tells you not necessarily how much money he got, what he owns, but it goes into the breakdown of each deal that he was making, from the Taj Mahal, the Trump Tower, what was that? Not Caesar's Palace. I forgot the one he had in Atlantic City. But it goes through the actual different steps, from the architects, the lawyers, the real estate agents, the finance brokers, and everything. How, when you're doing a deal and you're making things happen, how you have to go through so many steps. You guys, you know how the president has a cabinet. He has a Secretary of Defense, Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary of Finance, all that. That's what you guys have to understand when you start dealing in organizations and businesses. And I'm pretty sure you heard it before. It's not necessarily you being the smartest person in the room. You're getting people that are smarter than you, where they can give you good counsel. And that's kind of like, as you guys grow, you want to constantly keep getting mentors and people that know what you don't know. You're not always going to like what they're going to tell you. And when they do give you advice, some of the advice they give you, you might be like, that's some good words, but that's not really applicable to me. I get what he's saying, but I really can't use that. But always listen to people, okay? Once you guys understand, people do not have to talk to you, okay? So make sure that, even when people talk to you, just listen to them. You might say later, that was some good advice, but I'm not going to do it. But those kind of opportunities you have with just to listen, just make sure you take advantage of it. Donald Trump, Art of the Deal. My God, I got my library, some of my books over here. I'm trying to just slide and kind of look over to the side. What I'll do, and I'm trying to think, I got my head just rambling. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It was a good book in regard to just understand the same thing, with just from conceptualized real estate with doing it. I read that book about over 20 years ago. God, I forgot Malcolm Gladwell's book that I read a lot. The E-Myth Revisited teaches a lot about organizations, also what the type of person it is. I'm very big on self-evaluation. I know you guys probably hear sometimes people say, hey, you're lazy, or you think too much, or you move too fast, or whatever. Never, any kind of criticism you got about how you are, embrace it. Don't feel bad that, you talk too much. Don't feel bad that, hey, sometimes, you're not really pressing about certain situations, or you're stressed. How you are is how you are, and be glad you're that way. The key is, understand that the way you are, you need to be very, very aware of how that can negatively affect you with doing other things. Okay? How you are is how you are. Okay? That's how God made you great. Okay? Embrace it. But always be aware of, hey, listen, I move too slow, so I might need to start a little early. Hey, I think too much about certain things. I worry too much. I might want to kind of back out of it and kind of draw it out. Understand your shortcomings and find ways to kind of mitigate it or lessen the impact on certain things, okay? Be honest with yourself. Do self-evaluations, okay? Because everybody's different, okay? But it doesn't make your difference wrong or make my difference right. It's just you have to be able to know how they can affect you, okay? Ask him what he thinks the best thing for us to do as high school students to get as much experience as possible. Kind of like what I said before in regards to your best thing for you guys to do, be very, very aggressive with trying to build your network. Your network is everything. Business is all about relationship. Even just growing is all about relationships. You guys need to make sure, because some people are just natural people person. They don't know strangers and talking. But I know a lot of people just, if I don't know them, I don't want to talk to them. You got to get out of that. Especially, you never want to be in a situation where you're assuming that if you go to school, and you do what you're supposed to do in school, things are going to work out for you. And that's not how life works. It's not. It does not, the person that, it's funny, I was just having this conversation this morning. You guys are told all the time, go to work hard, go to school, work hard, you'll get rewarded from it. And I want you guys to understand this. The person that's most successful is not the person that works hard. Everybody works hard, right? Everybody, all you guys work hard, right? In your own special way. You working hard is not going to determine how successful you are in life. Okay, I want you to understand that, because you get your jobs or whatever, you got your own business or whatever. How hard you work is not going to be the determining factor, okay? Because especially if you're in a situation where everybody's working hard. What's going to determine how successful you guys are is how quickly you adjust or rebound from setbacks and failures in life. Because you're going to have those moments where things didn't go a certain way, you didn't get this job, you didn't get this deal, a certain program or something like that happened, and they took you guys out of state championship. You couldn't. They forfeited ineligible players. They said at the last minute that you had to have 2 or 3 more credit hours, and they just told you that. And those setbacks can be crushing, and they could be devastating. But how quickly you rebound from those are kind of things. Because some people, I quit. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't even want to work there no more. I just changed majors. I don't want to do it anymore. And some folks, everybody feels just as bad, but your recovery time. You're gonna work hard regardless. You're not gonna. Again, I don't care if you're doing this or doing that. Whatever you set up in life, you're gonna work hard. But the quicker that you can rebound from setbacks in life, that's what's going to determine how successful you are. So, and I really want you guys to understand that, okay? Network. Don't, again, if you know that I'm kind of hesitant, I stutter, I'm not really, just keep working on it. Do not use that as a hindrance or anything. Just keep working on it because you're going to need that. Because I do not want you guys to go through life and do what you're supposed to do, quote unquote, and things don't happen for you because you didn't do certain things like that. When you guys get out of college, trade school, or whatever endeavor that you're looking to go into, you have what you want to do, and then you have opportunities. And opportunities dictate everything, okay? So I want you guys to make sure that you're taking advantage of those opportunities to put yourself in the best position possible. I ran out of time.
Okay, thanks so much, Mr. Burden.
Okay, cool.
Wonderful conversation.
Okay, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys too. And guys, like I said, feel free. You can go to Mr. Short Dollar. All my contact information, the office number, the websites, everything is there. Let me put that my company website. But you can go to, again, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. And now you guys are quite welcome. Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. If you see it on TikTok, everything. All this under Mr. Short Dollar. So please just check everything out. If you have anything to run across later on, please feel free to reach out. It's been a pleasure. And again, thanks a lot. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you.
Y'all take care, okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Before leave, can you take a survey?